The universe of human knowledge into the palm of the human hand. If we work together, there is nothing we cannot do and no dream we cannot achieve.
It's Monday, Inauguration Day. Donald Trump has already been sworn in as the 45th and 47th president. Crazy Gatsby is joining with me. We just walked with Jack and Luca, and I would bring him home, but I need to get Molly, so he'll come with for Molly, and then I got to go get Maeve. That is my day, I tell you. Watching all of the activity online or listening to the radio, talking to friends of mine both, around the country and out of the country, and just how happy we are. So I just hope we can come together and really make life so much better instead of letting these globalist people enrich themselves on our tax dollars and with our freedoms paying the price. I will tell you this, speaking of freedom, you could kind of say did a daily 4-year prayer. 4 years ago, when the election was stolen and Biden was installed, I've had an American flag flying in front of my house every day since September 11th, 2001. And I really thought, this is terrible. This is not our nation. And especially with the big tech and the government censorship, vaccine mandates, lockdowns, all these things that people have said the media told us was a conspiracy theory. Hunter Biden's laptop, Russia, Russia, Russia. Turns out everything they told us that was false really is true 10 years later. Shocking. So I took my American flag down and I thought about what should I put in its place. And I went to the George Washington Continental Navy flag. Sorry, I'm watching for traffic. And it was the white flag with the large tree on it, and it says an appeal to heaven. And why is that so important? Those trees, back when we were the colonies, the American colonists were not allowed to chop down those trees. Those were the king's trees. Hey, so it was right about here I realized in my editing that my microphone died. So the battery for the mic died. So I lost the last bit of this rant. But as I was saying, the King of England had declared that those trees were the king's trees and no colonist could fell them because the Royal Navy needed those trees for masts for their tall ships. So George Washington, when he commissioned the first 6 schooners, he also had the flag made, this with white flag with the pine tree, and it was an appeal to heaven. Coincidentally, the 5 nations, the Indian tribes, when they did their big peace treaty, they all met underneath one of these trees, and when they agreed for peace, they went and they buried their tomahawks. That is where we get the term to bury the hatchet, and according to their legend, they said a bald eagle landed on the top branch and clutched in his talons. He had a quiver of arrows in one talon and an olive branch in another. That is where we get the Great Seal for the United States. So thinking of all this history, I thought, I don't feel that our country is truly our country, and I don't feel right flying the flag. So I went and took my Appeal to Heaven flag, my George Washington flag, and I just thought, you know what? I'm going to place this in God's hands. And God has a plan, because if it wasn't for these horrible years of stumbling, bumbling, demented Biden and not really knowing who the leader of the executive branch is, we wouldn't have been exposed to how deep the corruption goes. So, yes, this flag has served me quite well. It has weathered many storms, many wind events, and fire warnings. And today, I also considered it, every time I looked at it, I would do a little prayer. It was a 4-year daily prayer. Today I took it down. I replaced it with a brand new American flag. So there you go, guys. That's my story. Tomorrow, gotta get up, do it all again. So, let's see. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can lip sync it to my outro, if I can remember what I said. Okay, so here's Gatsby jumping like a spaz. And I was saying something. I said, I appreciate you watching. It might have been that. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. There we go. Point. Say something. I forgot what I said. Oh well. See you guys.